It was 6 trillion years, so God taught me, before he put into use the sun. But after the sun, then other gods were born. And they caught up the same idea. Make something out of fire. Never have you known what and how far came into space. And that stars of fire and a big star we call sun. Nothing but a ball of fire. I want you to remember these things so that you don't make a mistake. If the God created himself out of matter in which still exists here, that he's taken it out of this darkness of the space, how then can we declare that the fiery stars, along with our sun, were created out of space? Where did the fire come from? So today everything is full of fire. I'm full of fire, you're full of fire. This is our figure here now. I'm not going to tell you today, but you keep going coming back, I will tell you. But if I tell you everything, you'll forget most all of it. Then you will start adding in your God sanctity, and I won't remember what I said after you get through with it.
With its intricate web of cables and pipes, this is an artificial sun, and in China, it is the future of clean energy technology. It's a reactor in eastern Anhui province that utilizes nuclear fusion, a process that naturally occurs in the sun. Atoms of hydrogen fusing together to create helium, which results in huge amounts of energy.
China had a relatively late start in nuclear fusion development, but given our local government and central government's high level of attention in innovation, especially as our domestic processing and manufacturing sectors developed, it accelerated some of our processes.
Nuclear fusion has become attractive because it holds the promise of limitless amounts of energy without the harmful greenhouse gases that cause global warming. But the process is difficult and expensive. That's in part why China has partnered with several countries on the project, including the European Union, India, Japan, Russia, the Republic of Korea, and the United States.
Fusion is not something that can be accomplished by one country.
The nuclear reactor has already achieved several firsts. In 2017, it became the world's first facility to maintain proper conditions for nuclear fusion for longer than 100 seconds. Last November, the reactor achieved a temperature of 100 million degrees Celsius. That's 6 times hotter than the sun's core. The hope is to have a fully functioning plant by 2050 and build a separate reactor that could produce fusion power for commercial use. A man-made model of the sun to help support life here on Earth. Francis Coe, CGTN.
So all we have to do, when I speak about the end of the devil's rule or reign in 6,000 years, all we have to do is wait. You're looking for some phenomena other than what's taking place. In the books of Malachi, they call him the son of justice. They translate it as righteous, but it's the son, and they use the word Shemesh. They don't use the word son like Ben, son, S-O-N. They use the word S-U-N, and they speak about the son of justice bringing out the fire upon earth, right? That marks a period of time near the end of the world when the sun itself is going to become the means of justice. And that justice is a confirmation of a prophecy that was made to us that when the devil comes out to harm us, fire would rain out of heaven upon them and consume them. Follow that?
Yeah.
And that's happening to them right now. But we're looking for matches to be struck and flames. That's only one kind of fire. If you remember the hell book that I've written, I said there's a variety of different kind of fires. Is it a gas fire? Is it a carbon fire? There's different kinds of fires. The sun in itself, Ra, is a form of fire. You follow that? They call it AMUN Ra because AMUN means trusted. You follow? AMUN Ra means trusted. And it makes mention in the book of Revelations in the 3rd chapter in the 14th verse about El Amun, the trusted or faithful and the true. When I say faithful, I mean that I've made a promise with you and you are faithful to that promise. You follow that? So AMUN Ra has to hold faithful to his promise to us as people of the sun.
And we were called AMUN Ra. The word Amun means Amana, faith. So Muhammad named all of those people that worship Ra, Mu'min and Mu'minati, which is short for Amen. And every one of your prayers end with Amin.
Let me hear you say amen. Oh, let me hear you say amen.
Amin, which is the ancient Egyptian god Amun, and the Ra was the sun in us as the original people of the sun.
What did God put the sun up there for us to learn? It's a shining light. And it don't rotate round nothing but God himself. No planet is attractive enough to force the sun to bow. But she is attractive enough to force every planet within her reach to bow. We have not learned what we should have learned because of our enemy. Now the sun is a similitude of the work of God. That is why you can't understand it. You don't know where she's getting her fuel from. But she's shining. When I asked Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, to teach me of the sun, he got up and stood up and looked at me, said, if you ask me again, I won't visit you no more. So I wondered, why couldn't I ask him that? So the next day he came to me. He looked like he said, a poor boy asked a question and I'm God. I'm supposed to answer what he asked me. And then he started teaching me a little about the sun. Not much though. Oh no. So don't be getting your ears tuned up. Oh no. But I can say we have a mighty sun.